are going to be streaming now on the YT. I need to open YT so then I can see it, and then we can get going. How's everyone's days been so far? Let me know, let me know. I am going to be on this one, on the tube, and also if you've got any questions, feel free to ask them. I did get this chat up bigger so I could see it. Oh, balls. Oh my days, it looks like I'm trying to pin. Hello, it's Abu. How are we? Let's pin that. How? Oh my days. Mr. JD Brown, hope all is well. I am fine, thank you. How are you? Are you doing Amazon? I am just trying to get... there was a way I got this so I could see it. Uh-oh. What's up, Abu? Have you finally started? Why can't I comment? No, I don't do that. There we go. Bloody hell. Yes, but having gated issues, of course. What have you been doing on gating? I am on the tube, so YT. I am streaming on there so you can see my screen. So if you want to join us on that channel, come along, it'll be lovely to have you. We are going to go over a few different things. A miracle is happening. Woohoo! Well done, Nabu. So yes, if you are struggling with gating, what is the problem which you're struggling with, Mr. Brown? Is it just the fact that hunting auto ungate products? Oh. I am going to, if I can, I'm going to, I have thought of a way to try and help find them. I'm getting registered for OA. Well done, Abu. It's nice to see that you've actually started. It's only been so long, hasn't it? Auto-ungating products. That is a problem. We are going to go over a few different things. Are you on YT? If you're on YT, we could show you how to try and start sourcing for them products which are gated, or you need to get ungated. So if you want to jump over there, we'll go over a few different sourcing methods. We'll start with bye for now. Alright. I'll get there moment. Okay, doke. I don't know who's in here. I think somebody's in here. It's saying that I've got a chat health. So welcome, welcome, welcome if you are on the YT. It's lovely to have you. So if you was going to start looking for ways to source products when you first start, because when you first start, the problem is that, like you've already mentioned, gating is a major issue. So there is a few ways which you can on YouTube. Whoop whoop. There is a few ways which you can actually start sourcing products, and we'll go over the different sourcing methods, and we'll show you how to actually use these methods to target auto-ungated products. Obviously, when you are starting, it's going to take you a little while to find them, but it's just part of the process. You've got to realise it's a new journey. You are going to need to expand a little bit, and when you expand, start getting sales, that's going to help you move forward and stuff. If you've got any questions, if you want, put them in there, let me know. But what we're going to start with is, are you using CellerAmp? Because if you're using CellerAmp, I recommend you getting this app here. So this is QuickView Simplified. CellerAmp, this is their actual Chrome extension. It's an addition. So QuickView Simplified is another Chrome extension which you want to be getting if you was doing OA, starting out. It is one of the most efficient ways to start doing seller storefront stalking, purchasing products. Okay, if you've got any questions, just bang them on there, Mr. JD. So you definitely want to be getting this one. Hopefully you've took a screenshot of it. That'll help. QuickView Simplified. It is in the Chrome extension, the Chrome store, and you'll be able to find that. And that is going to show you, I'll show you what that does now. Yes, use it and keep it. Brilliant. So if you was going to do it, you can see what I've been looking up for. This is last week's lookup. But if you was going to be using QuickView Simplified, you want to search for the brand. And when you are using QuickView Simplified, what that does is brings up what's called the island, and this island gives us a lot of important information, and it gives us a nice little overview when we are looking for listings which we go on to and start stalking. So you can see here it's got the offers, so who's on the listing. We've got Amazon, we've got FBA sellers, we've got FBM sellers, total offer count, we've got the ASIN, so Amazon's serial number. We've got reviews, and sometimes it hasn't for some reason brought it up on these, but sometimes it'll bring up like measurements, dimensions, weight of the product, and that really does help us start to do our storefront stalking. And storefront stalking is probably one of the better ways to find products which you're actually ungated in. So that's why I always recommend it. I'm using Keeper Product Finder instead. That's fine. We're going to go over a lot of different ways of using certain sourcing methods, because using just one method is good, but if we go through different methods, then you've got more in your tool bag and you can take a different approach sometimes. And when you're starting out, you realise that you've got a lot to actually move forward with after loading seller IDs. Brilliant. So you're using Keeper more than a lot of people are actually using Keeper. So that is powerful. But you can obviously go here. You can look at the FBAs on the listing. That's the thing, a lot of people, everyone says you must have Keeper as a Amazon seller, but not many people actually use it to its maximum potential. Keeper is really powerful, and you should make the most out of it. Use every single feature because there's so many features out there. So as you can see, we are on this Lego set here. You can go down, and then what you want to be doing is looking for a seller who's got low reviews, because if it's a low review seller, that means they're going to be roughly at the beginning of their journey. Not all low sellers are, but it's a good starting point. And as you're doing storefront stalking, you want to be looking at, I need to every tool I can. There's loads of tools out there, so you don't need every single tool, but you want to make the most of every single tool, but I get what you mean. When you are doing storefront stalking, you want to be going to you want to be looking at sellers at your level, at the stage you are. So if you're actually a beginner, you want to be looking at sellers who've got low offer count. Good Goods UK, that's a little bit high for a beginner really. If you are on TikTok, you want to come over to the YT, that does help me, and you'll see my screen what we're talking about. So yeah, you want to be looking for a low seller count, a low review count, because that is going to be somebody who is going to be in your situation. If they are a new seller and they've got products listed in their store, look at mine. I'm not going to get your store up there, Mr. Mark. We're doing things a little bit different, Mark. We're on YouTube. So I'll go to this one here, this Bic, this one. Which one? Well, I know one for certain. And you go to someone like Trade Nest UK, which has got 9 reviews. And which store? There's Penguin. I don't know if it's still the same name, but there is Penguin. And you would then look at these stores which has got low offers, and why we're looking at them stores is because they're at the same position as you in your journey. They're selling products which they've already got ungated in, and then you'd be looking at the products. What I would recommend is going through their store and looking at one product for each brand, and it's just going to save you time. If you're gated in one Lego product, there's no point of trying to add another Lego product to your inventory, so don't waste your time doing that. Well, it's got your name in it, hasn't it? There's one good category which you sell, which was interesting. I thought it was a very good category. Or type of product, which... Well, evening Natalie, how are we? So, that would be how you would do your storefront stalking and looking for them new beginner sellers, looking at their products, trying to find the products you could sell, and then, like you said, JB, you could then put them brands. You want to always keep a list of brands which you're actually ungated in, because that's going to help you with other methods. And that's why I say to start with storefront stalking if you are looking for ungated products. Yeah, it's the two ends. What's the cat that's interesting? Might be interesting for others. What's the category? The product type is a safety presentative, I guess. Not presentative, preservative. It's something you put on during a certain time. So yeah. Yes, Durex. I don't know if I'm going to get not violated. I don't know if I'll get restricted for talking about that. It's the brand, isn't it? So yeah, once you start getting the brand of products which you actually can start selling, you can then go into, like you say, Keeper Product Finder. Obviously, go into Keeper. What have I logged into here? Dulux? Paint? I wouldn't like to do paint. I thought the Durex was a good type of product to start selling. Right. A lot of people use it, so... You made me go all blushy. So, I am currently screen sharing on YT, and that's why you're kind of getting half a story. What have I logged into here? Just Mark being Mark. If you was looking at Keeper Product Finder, what you would do is you'd be going down, getting them brands which you are ungated in, and you'd be putting on into this filter here. So this filter is making sure that that product which you're looking for and the results will be the brands which you can sell. You don't have to just do one, you can do multiple. So if you was listed in Nike, if you was listed in Bic, for example, or not all them, clear Nike, we've got Bic, and you'd list the ones which you want. If you knew how to, you can actually separate them with the hashtags. If you had a list, you can do that with Google Sheets quite easily. Create a list of your own. You will only be able to put a maximum of 50 brands in there, so just be careful if you are doing that. Hi, is it worth it for beginners? Yes, Geraldine, it is worth it for beginners, but I would recommend doing a lot of research, and don't believe that it is a get-rich-quick scheme, because it's definitely not. It's a lot of hard work, and a lot of people and a lot of things you see online is just not a good representation of the business. I can't help why it comes up in my feed. Mark, you just enjoy it. You're like my top follower. Wholesale or private label. I do arbitrage, so OA, very little RA, A to A. If anyone is struggling for an easy gift, we are live on TikTok with Pucker. You can't come onto my live taking all my audience, Mark. Easter, not easy. How much money to start with? I would recommend probably about £1,000. Obviously, you can go lower, but if you go lower, you've got to realise that it's going to be a lot of hard work to actually scale. And I wouldn't go too high, because if you put too much into stock, you are going to make mistakes. And if you're making mistakes, you don't want to lose a lot of money. So I would recommend around £1,000 to start. It covers like your startup costs, getting some brands which you could then sell, and I think that would be a great start. Welcome, welcome, welcome on YouTube. So yeah, what I would recommend doing, and even if you wanted to, you'd list your brands here, so I'm just picking a few here. We could pretend that we could sell Nike and Bic. You can obviously put other filters in. This will lower your results. I'm struggling to speak now. And that would help you find products. If you are starting out, your main goal should be just trying to get sales. Once you start getting sales, it will become a lot easier, and more brands will become auto-ungated. All your audience. Yeah, for some reason my audience has really dropped. So this is why, like, I used to do the screen sharing quite a lot. That's why I've had to partake it onto a different platform, which is not good. Amazon gets rich from you. That's about right. I didn't focus on brands, more categories. You can focus on, obviously, categories. I would recommend sticking to the brands which you can sell, because once you've got to try and get sales in your account, and then Amazon obviously can help you. They'll build a rapport with you, and obviously they'll start trusting you a little bit more. So it's all about trying to get sales quicker, faster, getting them out there. Mark Penn joined again. You can't leave it. Can't leave it. So yeah, and this is a way which, like, if you was using Keeper, that would be a way which you could then focus on all the products in certain brands. Obviously, I would recommend not having a buy box too low when you are using Keeper. So I'd say roughly about £20 as a minimum buy box. That's just because you're not going to find a lot of products really for under £10, because if you're thinking about how you're doing your sourcing, if you're finding products under £10, to make it worth your while, you've got to be finding them at roughly £1 or £2 to make a decent profit from that product. and then that £1 and £2 product, you've then got to be selling it for that £10 mark, which is a big swing. Mark just loves it in here. So if you did £20, from £20 and above, obviously when people start in, they might not have much capital, you can put a higher limit of what you want to sell your product for, and it just helps you filter down these. There is a lot of other things which you was trying to, what you could do if you was trying to get more products. If you want to limit, well, restrict, refine, I can't talk, refine your keeper, you can put like a brought in the past month here, and that would help you. Are you on Discord? I am on Discord. We've got a free community. There is a link in my bio if you want to join that. What you made? What do you mean what I made? Martin Robson. I don't talk about my figures on live. There's no need to. If you want to stay, you got to run. Catch you soon. See you later, Natalie. There's no need to reveal figures. If you want to stay here, you can stay here and listen. It's a free live event. I am screen sharing it on the tube, so you're welcome to come and join us there. But I'm not upselling, it's just I do this every week. This is week 86 of going live every week in a row for 2 hours and trying to give free information. So if you've got any questions about Amazon, ask away. And Mark and Natalie are, well, Mark's one of the biggest UK sellers in the UK, and Natalie, she's the godmother of unique bundles as well. So there's a lot of people who do come in, and it's just interesting to see who does pop up. Does that make sense, JB? Using the product filters, obviously we can filter by the brands. You can put certain prices into the buy box to try and refine that search. You can be, if you're wanting to try and get products which sell fast, you could then go on to and have a look at, obviously, like filters like brought in the past month. So you could do it from at least 10 confirmed sales. You could do it obviously up to 50, and it brings this number down. Yeah, fantastic. If you wanted to, another way to do sourcing products, you can obviously do manual searching. So manual sourcing is going to the likes of Argos, and what a manual source would do is it would actually you would go through all these different products, and you'd be scanning them, seeing if they sell for a profit on Amazon. If they are selling for a profit on Amazon, obviously you'd add it to your inventory, see if you can list that product, sell it for that profit. One thing I will mention, JB, do you have any like additional fees in your SaaS? Because a lot of people, when they do start, they don't actually add fees. So if we look at my fees here, we have got the different fees. So I added a inbound FBA shipping fee of 30p per kilogram, and what that does is the more heavier the product, obviously that's going to have an increase in fees. So I think that one's really important. Obviously we're not using peak storage fees. That would be from October to December. That is your Q4 higher rate fees which you'll be paying Amazon. A lot of people don't put a storage time in, which storage time is something you should consider, because if you've got that set at 0, obviously 0 means that you're going to sell it out straight away. So you've got to realise that your products will need to be stored for a little while, and that will come with a fee. So I've got 2 months. I set my repricer, so I've aged, like my stock, as it's been in Amazon longer, my repricer forces the price down. So within the first 50 days, I'm expecting my products to sell. If it doesn't, what it will do is I'll reduce the price automatically with the repricer till 90 days. And then if it's in there for more than 90 days, I'm making very little profit because I just want it gone. I want my cash to rotate quicker, and that is why I've actually set it up that way. So I've set my storage time as 2 months. Obviously, you don't have to set it up for that. There's people getting mentored, and the mentor is on TikTok, or mentors are on TikTok, and they're telling people to use this not applicable. Obviously, this not applicable needs to be not registered if you're not VAT registered. And if you are VAT registered, so you might be selling on eBay, or you might have a store with eBay, so you might have hit that 90k threshold. Obviously, you would then need to be standard rate. So it's definitely something to look at, weigh up, and make sure you're using that not registered, because that does make a massive difference if you are using SAS as a profit calculator. We also have got prep fee. Obviously, I send my products to a prep centre, so I have got that higher prep fee on there. I've got 70p. I do renew this every month, and what I do is I'll look at how many products I sent in. I'll see how much the prep centre has charged me. I'll obviously work out how much it's cost per unit, and then I would change this, alter this for them prep fees. I would always overestimate, not underestimate. These fees have got to cover more than 90% of your products. So obviously you are going to have that one-off product where it might be an oversized product which needs polybagging, bubble wrapping, something daft like that. That might cover an additional cost, but we've got to obviously use these fees as 90%, like a 90% rule. So yeah. What I would do, obviously, if you was doing manual sourcing is very boring. It does take a lot of time, and you will probably get bored of doing it. Just going through a website, I would recommend targeting clearance sections. You can do the whole website, but the reason why I say to do clearance sections is because they have got them offers on. Them offers are just going to save you time because you're looking at prices which are marked down from that RRP. So I would recommend searching clearances. Like I say, you're quite capable of looking at all the other types of products, but I would recommend staying at the RRP. You can obviously keep going, and if you have got certain brands which you can sell, what I would do is recommend searching and filtering using the brands. If you are, you can obviously select certain brand. So we've got like Barbie here. Then what you'd do is you'd go through these, see if it's profitable or not. You'd be looking at this max cost price. So you'd be then able to quickly see if that product's profitable or not. I am just going to end this and restart it because we didn't seem to get go live. Does that make sense, JB? How long have you been selling? what sort of sourcing methods are you using? Got LeBron James. You could potentially get a coupon code for that product. You've got this one here, which we found last week. So this one is now $33.75. This is £16 profit. You'd then obviously analyse the product. 14 sales a month, bit slow. It has got one FBA, 9 FBM sellers on it. So you have got something to look at there if you wanted to. What would you... Yes, sporadically for about 6 months, but off and on till this year. So that could be a problem as well, because obviously, you know, with Amazon, you want to get more like sales history. They want to see that you're taking it serious. If you are taking it serious, that's going to just help you grow. It gives Amazon more stuff to look at as well. Really don't know what is going off. Don't know. Because Amazon wants to deal with businesses. They don't want to just have... I should really be stood over here, I've just noticed that. I won't buy it off my camera. Yeah, so that could be actually causing a little issue for your actual account. So you've got to think about what you're doing as well. Because if you're only playing around with Amazon, you've got to be thinking it's costing you £30 just to sell on Amazon. You've then got, obviously, your subscriptions. Keeper has now gone up to €29 a month, unless you'd brought that annual pass. The annual before it went up. There's lots to think about. And if you are just doing that one sesh, like one, really annoyed TikTok's not going. If you are just doing like a few sales here and there, you might be just making a loss. So you've got to think about what you are doing. I wonder if I can move that. There. And that's going to make any difference. Because then I can see it like this. I will get it moving. Good. Do you use any other software? Is there any other software I could help you with? Obviously, I've got access to a few softwares. I can help you. I don't know. Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. There we go. I really don't know what is going on for TikTok. Let me know, and then I could go over stuff. You have got like Arbisource. So this is a demo account, as you can see, demo. Save, sign in. You can use like Arbisource. So Arbisource is a good software for speeding up that OA process. If you was going to use Arbisource, what you could do is use the Vault. Not a moment, just Keeper and Seller. That's fair enough. As long, like I say, you want to be making sure that you're just using certain software. Keep them costs low, because if you use another software, it's going to be like £100 a month. If you're only selling like 2 or 3 products a week, it's really not worth it. But I can show you Arbisource. Arbisource is a powerful tool. I've been using Arbisource. Yeah, fair enough. Brilliant. Arbisource is another tool which you could use. It is a sourcing software, so it does help speed up sourcing. What it does is every day it will scrape through these websites and it will give us a list of profitable products. I don't think it's 100% accurate for this account because, like I say, it is a demo account. Some of the features don't work properly. But you can see here you've got like different products. I am aware of it. That's fair enough. There is other softwares like this. This is the one which I've been using for over a year. Recently I started using a different one. So the different one I've been using is Profit Path. That one is definitely not for a beginner. It's very expensive unless you've got a good startup capital and you've got past that gating process. And like I say, when you are doing gating the process, like even Arbisource probably wouldn't be fit for you because you're holding yourself back. It's alright using these sourcing softwares to help find products, but if most of them products are gated, obviously that is going to be an issue, isn't it? So, like I say, you can do different filters. Never heard of it. Profit Path. It was started in Germany, so it is a German company. They've then moved into Europe. Obviously, that is the easiest option. And then what they did is they've expanded into the UK. So it is good. Obviously, if it started in the UK, it would have been better. These are my personal opinions. Like Arbisource, Callum, that's the founder's name. He was actually he's actually from Scotland. So I'm in USA, didn't mention that. Ah, fair enough. So Profit Path, they haven't gone into the US at the moment. They've only stayed in Europe and obviously the UK. With Arbisource, that has moved over to the US. It is a very good tool. I don't know what sort of shops there is in the vault. I don't know if the shops are different because obviously we can't really purchase from USA. It's more we've got to be sourcing from like Europe and England. So I'm not sure. I know they do, they have got a Discord and they do Amazon to Amazon drops for the US. So it's one of them which you could look into. Sorry, I keep getting invited to battles on TikTok. One of my favourite features about Arbisource is if the products are not on this list and you've got like a secret supplier which is not on this list, what you could do is go to that supplier. So let's say I want to go do Toolden. I do Toolden because I know that it's not on that list, or it hasn't been. And you could go to like the offers, like I said, targeting that clearance section. You go to any sort of area you wanted. You could go to the main bit, the main priced products, and what you could do is what's called a custom scan. How long have I been selling? I've been selling since October 2022. you can then set up a custom scan. So what this does is you'd select like the product title and fill this all out. So this is Faithful. We've got products price, we can see here £4.75. Second product, you go onto a different row, a different column. Pig Nation, that is like the next page, so we haven't got a next page. Enable infinite scrolling. Brand name, so brand name, you can see here we've got brand names in this corner, so Sealy, in stock, add to basket, and what you could do, confirm that, and that's going to scan that whole page now. When it's scanning that whole page, obviously you review it, and then you continue and scrape with the extension. You could add a discount code if you wanted. If it was like a wholesaler that didn't have VAT on, you could add that. Start scraping, and what that'll do is scrape that product. Yeah, it does scraping. And then you send that to Arbisource, and what it would do is create a scan. This scan goes to my personal account, not this account. And in that scan, what it would do is it'll look at the price of them products. It'll say this product is profitable here, or it's not profitable. So that's a very powerful tool, and I think that is the only place which does it. There might be something in the US, I'm not 100% sure, but Arbisource, that is a really good tool. Another good thing which you can do is, you know how we've just got a long list of keeper? If you was getting a long list of keeper, you could then put that into a reverse search. So if you was doing your keeper sourcing, like we've just mentioned, we found so many products here. Let's get this down a little bit. Let's get it down to like 5,000. No. Let's try and get this down to 5,000. Let's put some different filters in. Clear entire form. Let's get this to 5,000, and then we can show you that we could do 5,000 different products at once, and we'll find suppliers. Very nice tool. Yes, I have, but expensive to use. What's expensive to use? What is expensive to use? I've just put some random. Where's that brought in the last month? There we go. 7,000. Let's see, 20. No, 30. Let's do 50. Why is that not moving? Ah, right. Well, this one is £59 a month, which works out to probably about $70 maybe. I don't know. There is a 14-day free trial. Let's try and do it this. So let's get Teddy brought past. What is going off? There we go. We've got 5,000 near off. Let's get this up. It is token based on monthly fees over $100. Alright, this isn't token based, it's just use it as much as you want. The most I've used it, like what you can do is if you go to a Shopify store, you just press the Chrome extension and say scan entire store. So what I was doing was searching for Shopify stores purposely. What is going off with my internet today? I was purposely shopping for Shopify stores, which sold like Lego and stuff. I was then going through it and just adding them as a custom scan. So I queued up like 50 custom scans, and then I went to bed, and the next morning I could then see which stores was actually selling profitable products, and I just went through, obviously looked if the supplier was legitimate and all that nice stuff. And like, when you've got a lot of money to spend, you've got to be thinking outside the box and doing that. Hello Manuel. I don't know what's going off with this live. So this is what you can do, JB. So we've just done a keeper search. Obviously it was just a random keeper search. We don't know exactly what we searched for. I just wanted a certain amount of units. You can extend your rows, so now instead of 100 results, we have got 5,000 results. If we wanted to, we can go to a different tab, but we have got this 5,000 rows. If you wanted less, obviously you could change that. Do you scrape TikTok Shop too? No, I don't scrape TikTok Shop. The thing is, with TikTok Shop, it would be hard to purchase from. I don't know if the rules are different in the US, but TikTok Shop is like a third-party marketplace. So if you are looking at third-party marketplaces, you've got to be very, very careful, because you may get asked to supply your supplier's supplier. So this is why you wouldn't buy from like OnBuy, you wouldn't buy from eBay and sell them products on Amazon, because we can't verify that them products are genuine. And that's why sometimes Amazon will ask you for a supplier's supplier. Not to purchase just to see interest. No, because if I was doing TikTok Shop, I would be using Amazon as my fulfillment center. I would be putting my products on TikTok Shop, which I've got on Amazon, and then I'll do multi-channel fulfillment to my customers. So I would my end goal wouldn't be to sell purposely on TikTok Shop. My end goal would be to buy products to sell on Amazon, because Amazon's a premium marketplace. And then if I made any sales on TikTok Shop, it's just a little bit of an added bonus. So this is that's my mindset around it. And I would use Amazon's fulfillment services and do what's called multi-channel fulfillment. Let's get to this list anyway. So we've got a list. You can export this data, which you said that you do. You can see only ASINs. We'll get that list here. Export that. You can then go on to Sheets. Open that. Let's open it. Open. Upload. There we go. And now we've got a list of, it should be 5001, because we've got obviously the header of it thingy. So we've got 5001 ASINs there. You could copy that in. Then you'll go to your Arbisource and you'll enter this. You enter this ASIN listing here, or you could do it, obviously drop the file in, and as you can see we've got a nice long list. Scan that. The thing is, that looked different. SDJR. So what that's going to do is do a reverse search of them 5,000 products, which is going to save you time, get you them source stores, and that's just going to, it's just another way to kind of automate your sourcing a little bit. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for all the likes, Manuel. 1.1k. Appreciate it. demo of using a tool to source profitable products on Amazon. I don't know what that does, that AI summary. Oh gosh. There's been nobody join this live. It's been unbelievable, that has. Unbelievable. The Paradox EMP. I don't know if my VPN's on my phone. I think that might be the issue. Because I've got nobody joining. Does that make sense, JB? Oh, look at you sending likes on there. Or is that somebody else? I appreciate all the likes. I really don't know why my TikTok's not launching. So as you can see, we've gone a scan of all them products and we've got one found product which is profitable. The fees are not set up on this. We'll try to be here every Tuesday. This is why I try and do it, to help people. There's a lot of people, I don't know how it is in the US, but in the UK there's just people who put their sales up and then what they do is just say buy my course, which I'd rather not do that. I would rather give people the information. If people want to go through my affiliate links, that is all I ask for really, because it doesn't make no additional cost to you. It does help me out. But we have got this £13 self 25 from Next. I don't know if it's going to be in stock. It's in stock by the looks of it. So then you'd be considering this. With footballs, you would be wanting to, like all products, you want to be looking at the size of the product. You want to be looking at the weight and stuff, making sure that it is the correct product. Like I said, that demo account hasn't got accurate fees on. So you can put £13 in here. Sells for $23.99. It's not worth it for us unless we could use a coupon code or discount gift card. So that's what you've got to be looking for. Is there any questions which you want me to go over, JB? If there's anything I could help you with. I hope so far has been good. You've learned. Hopefully. While you answer that question, I can have a look at TikTok and see what is going off, because it's just, I don't know if my VPN's on. I mean, we usually have more than a lot more than nobody. Check it out. It's worth it, and they do have a Discord as well. So if you wanted to go and check out their Discord, they have got they do like pings into the Discord, so you can see the Amazon to Amazon purchases. We'll get the trial. Use the trial. I'd recommend you using my link. You do get a 14-day free trial. Right, I am going to end the TikTok live and restart it because I don't know what is going off with it. Let's take this board off. Hide. There we go. We'll try it. send the link. The link should be in my bio. So you're on YouTube. Let's have a look. So if you're following me, I'd appreciate it on TikTok and YouTube. I've only just started doing these lives on YouTube. You can obviously go back and check my other ones out. I am going to start doing a weekly video as well over there as well. But if you press this link here, that will take you to the link in my bio. I have got a few different things there. So Keeper, Arbisource, True Ops, SAS. If you want to book a call, you're welcome. Yeah, TikTok or the YT. Some of these might not help you, but these are good ways of getting more for your money. So using cashback sites and coupon sites. Brilliant. But yeah, it's a good way to do it. Like I say, if you've got any questions, feel free. I will get to them. Hello Robert, long time no see. If you stayed in, I don't know. We've got a second viewer on the YT, the tube. But yeah, I appreciate all the questions so far. I'm familiar with. Brilliant. Brilliant. Evening mate, how's it going? Just doing another shipment today for you. Keeping us busy. No worries mate, I'll try and keep you busy. Got to keep your prep centre busy. Right. Let's have a look at... In fact, I can show you the Discord for can show you the Discord for Arbisource. So you can sign up to the Arbisource Discord. You have got lots of different things here. Callum does actually give a lot of feedback as well. So if you've got any queries, usually it's him asking. I've watched enough videos. Analysis paralysis. Oh, analysis paralysis. Have you watched anything on? Have you watched anything on A2A? Amazon to Amazon. With Amazon to Amazon, so what you're doing is you're actually buying the price drops and then you'll be selling at the higher price. I was burned by a sorry mentor. This is why I do these lives. There's too many people out there, genuine people, who start this journey to like improve the life, and there is so many people out there, and I don't think they do it intentionally. Well, some don't. Some are just misinformed. But it really does a lot of damage. Really, sorry, accidentally disconnected. It's no worries, mate. But like I say, a lot of people start this journey because they want to try and improve their life, and what happens is it ends up getting worse because they put a lot of money into it. The person who mentors them is just not adequate enough, and then they end up get in, you end up making a loss. So this is why I do these sessions. And I used to do it all on TikTok, so everyone could see it, and you could turn your screen and it would become big. But yeah, can you repost the site for Discord? I don't know if I could share it. I don't know if I could invite you to add a friend to the server. Ask someone with invite permissions to help. I think you could only join it if you was signed up. So on that free trial, so if you go onto your free trial, you'll be able to go to account, you'll be able to go to there's a Discord somewhere, recommended services, help, there you go, you go on to help and go on there. In fact, I should be able to, can I put that into a chat? There you go, that might help. Welcome, 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 welcome. Nice to have you in here. If you're on TikTok, keep tapping the screen, share and comment, because it does help me out if you are. Then I could answer any questions you've got regarding FBA. No worries, got it. Brilliant. Right. I'm a little bit lost now. Oh, I was showing you the Discord, wasn't I? So on the Discord you have what's got these pings. So these are Amazon to Amazon pings. And you can obviously buy these drops. And these are really good to look at if you are doing Amazon to Amazon. And if you are doing Amazon to Amazon, they've done a really nice job of actually doing these available retailers as well. So you can actually look at this on the Arbisource. So Amazon to Amazon. Like this is the UK. So you can see that this price has dropped down to £3.50 from £16.20, but you could do a reverse search here and a reverse search here, and the idea behind that is if it's got this reverse search, that reverse search is going to help you, because what you could do is potentially find a cheaper price. You might be able to do cashback. And Amazon does do a lot of price matching. The thing is, we haven't seen one here so far. So like here, Amazon's price matching Argos. Argos would have listed that at £6.50 and Amazon has price matched it. So you could be buying that for £6.50 in Argos and then selling it at the 90-day average, which is £19.34. And make that £5 profit. So Amazon to Amazon is good to do. I don't know how it works out with, like, for us as well as sellers in the UK. What we could do is we could actually buy from Europe, get shipped over to the UK, and then sell it in the UK. So we've got like an arbitrage opportunity between different countries, which is really good, really powerful. And then obviously you have that as well. You might be able to do it in Brazil, maybe. I don't know if there's an Amazon in Canada, but yeah. And one good thing what you could do, JB, is you can link your seller amp on. So how we've got this product here on Amazon, you can then look and you could add this reverse search. So you could link your Arby source to your SAS and then it'll give you this reverse search option. So you can see the price here wherever it's cheaper. And let's say we're going to a storefront, so we'll go to like AP Bargains, SJM Sales, just one which I picked up at random. You can see they're giving us that reverse search price, so you could have a look at this price, $11.99, check the max cost price, see if it's profitable or not, move on, move down, and it's just a speed, it will speed you up no end. So it's a really good thing to do. I'd recommend it, linking it up. And to do that, what you need to do is, if you went on to SAS, I don't know where my SAS is, let's do it from here. So settings, SAS panels. So you could actually press this Arby source reverse search in your SAS panels and configure it, and then that'll help you as well. Well, we have a few people more on the TT. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How's everyone doing? It's lovely to see you. Are you currently selling on Amazon? Let me know. If you can, tap the screen. It just helps push it out a little bit more. God knows why I'm not getting pushed out, but there we go. In fact, let's have a look, Shall we start looking at the camera a bit? We are currently on the YT as well, so with YT we are sharing the screen. If you've got any questions, you can ask them, we will answer them. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'll go off subject a little bit here, but is anybody a gamer? What I might do is mix this TikTok stream up a little bit on Friday. I might do a gaming stream just to mix it up. Really been enjoying Arc Raiders at the moment. Arc Raiders. They've just had a massive, well, not massive, but they've had a decent update. It's so much fun. Love it. I am so sorry. I don't know what is going off in this live today. No idea. It's because I'm an ugly bugger. Right. I've got still 40 minutes to go. I really don't know what you want me to do. Oliver, Ollie. We have been doing it. What sort of questions do you want to answered? And I could do long form content as well on YT. The tube. If we do long form on there, it'll be really beneficial as well. I am going to just put my which person did you go with, JB? Who was the person who didn't do you a solid? Was there anyone big? fire. Strange. So strange, so strange. I've got that one to do. This must be a recording. What's a recording? What do you mean this must be a recording? This is live! Or do you mean it needs to be cut out? Oh. Who was the mentor who did you a disservice? That's what I was asking. When I exited by mistake and got back in, I wasn't live. Oh. Oh. Right, I'm going to give it 10 minutes because the live's not working. I don't know if it's my... I don't know if it's my... I don't know what is happening. It's just... pain. 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 What I might do is end it, then go on to just TikTok, and then just talk. Yeah. I might end the YT, go on TikTok and just talk to the camera. I'll load that up now actually, because most of the time if you go on to TikTok it needs to update. But it's been good. It's been good, been good. We've gone over a few different subjects. It's just hard to fair enough then. Fair enough, JB. You can message me on TikTok if you want. If you want to share, I don't mind. I was just being nosy. Do you see what I said? No, I didn't see what you said. I didn't. I'm looking now. I'm looking now. Oh, what I could say, because we're still on the live on YouTube, what I can say is, if you are interested in doing anything on if you're interested in doing anything on gosh, why is it so just popping off? If you want to, we have got the FBA Navigators. It is a free community. I best not doing that. Look at that. All that. But we've got plenty of things in there. You can come and ask us more questions if you really want to. It is a good place to talk with other like-minded individuals, and it just helps you out on your journey. So that is a great one. I am going to end the YouTube now, and I'm going to go just on TikTok. There'll be no more screen sharing. I just want to help. I just want to help and give advice, and we'll talk through it. But I hope you've enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers. Bye from here.